this makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music on the dance floor. I don't really mind all the smoke is in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby, you got my attention. So you were saying, oh no, I don't see that.
Hey you, and welcome back to my channel for another speed build. This is gonna be a really small one since I decided to do an apartment renovation and it is not a very big apartment. So I finished quite quickly this time around. Now, if you are new here, then welcome to my channel, of course. I am Serefina, a Pikachu obsessed, proud to be dog mom gamer girl who loves to make speed builds. If you do like to watch speed builds, then I do of course hope you consider subscribing if you haven't already. And also remember to click that notification bell so you will get notified whenever I post something new. Now, as for today's video, I was still really inspired by all the new tiny living items. So I wanted to experiment with that style. With the style that I do not use too very often, which is the boho style. Now there are of course different ways to use this style as any other, but I went for the more colorful swatches with the retro style of the tiny living items. And I really do love how this turned out, and I was a bit sad that I finished it so quickly. I didn't think it would take me so little time to furnish the entire apartment, since I am usually quite of a slow builder, but not for this apartment unfortunately. Usually when I build my normal sized family homes, I will end up with about 3 hours of footage, but this time it was less than an hour, so yeah, this video will be much shorter than my normal videos. Now, as for this apartment, I don't really have any family in mind, but I just wanted to play around with this style of course. But now there are 2 bedrooms in this place, one with a double bed, so for me I thought maybe just a couple of parents. And the second one is more for a child that maybe soon will become a teenager. The kids room isn't as colorful as most of my kids room that I make, mainly because I kinda thought of a preteen life stage, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I didn't really go overboard with the colors, and I didn't place too many toys either, plus the room isn't really too big anyway. But now you can easily move in a little family or just a single sim or even just a couple if you want. I did keep that room as well quite neutral and quite to the same style that is going on throughout the entire apartment. So yeah, it's quite easy to use even for roommates, maybe the big sister challenge. I don't know how that challenge really works and what the rules are, but yeah, you have all the possibilities that you want. And of course you can just turn this room into something else as well if you rather just want to live here with a single sim or a couple. And maybe you're in need of a home office or a tiny gym or anything else. As for activities in this place, I didn't really have the room to go all wild with those. So there aren't too many items. Yeah, you got of course the TV area, and I do place at least one bookcase. I'm not sure I even placed more than it, or yeah, okay, I did place a second one in the kids room, but that one will not function I think. But the one in the living room should be just fine. The one in the kids room is more of a decoration item than a bookcase I think, but yeah, so you can read or learn throughout the bookcase I guess. And then I made a little desk area in the parent room as well, so there would be a laptop there as well. So you can of course always move that laptop to your Sim's inventory. So I don't know, maybe the kid needs to borrow the desk to kind of do their homework, but then again they don't really need to, so I don't know. There is a little desk place at least. But yeah, besides the toys in the kids room, I don't think I really had the room to fit any other activity items. So unless your Sims wants to cook, then of course you have the kitchen. But besides that, you might need to kind of learn stuff from the books, I guess. As for the bathroom, it is a quite simple one, of course, but I did place a shower and tub combo, so you could always live here with a toddler. Then you only need to replace at least the bed and place some toddler items that you need. Or even just add a pet, but I didn't really place any pet items. But again, that you can fix yourself if you want to have a pet here. Maybe the easiest choice is a dog, since the dog only needs a football and a couple of toys. The cat might need some scratching poles or whatever, so yeah, neither of them really need a pet bed. So yeah, it's quite crowded in this tiny apartment, so I don't think you really will have room for the big and clumsy pet beds that the game has to offer. Then I guess the pets are better off just sleeping on the rugs, or even just sleeping on the bed or the couch or whatever. It's probably much more comfortable anyway. But yeah, it is a really small apartment, as you can see. I could have made it a bit bigger by only adding one bedroom, but I do like to kind of give the possibility to live with a couple more Sims in my builds, also the apartment. So yeah, I liked it much better to have an extra kids room instead of an extra activity room, I guess. So yeah, it's just the way how I like to play myself when I do play. I don't really play that much, since I love to build more than I love to play this game, but again, whenever I do play, I kind of like to keep it a bit family orientated. So yeah, there is at least a room for you to start a family, and yeah, like I said, you can do whatever you want with the second bedroom if you do just like to play with a single sim. I myself think this is a quite nice size. Of course, it is an apartment, so I couldn't give it a tiny lot trade or anything, so yeah, you don't really have any bonuses of this, but I don't even remember if it had any lot trades. Maybe noisy neighbors? I'm not sure. So yeah, that is kind of it, and I don't really think I have much more to tell you about this build. Then again, it goes by so quickly that I don't even know if I have time to do so, if I had anything to tell you. So yeah, if you do want to download this build, it will of course be uploaded as a room, so you might need to fix a couple of holes or anything. I'm not sure yet how I will fix it. Usually I kind of remove a couple of walls and then kind of drag them, so the bedrooms aren't officially rooms anymore, but the entire apartment is one big room instead, which makes it a bit more tricky to change the wallpaper later on. But yeah, that is kind of the tricky part with uploading apartments. It is always quite hard to choose how to upload them, either with gaps in the walls or avoid the gaps, but then you have this one big room and it might again be a bit tricky to change wallpapers and stuff like that, but I think you will be fine anyway. But yeah, you can find this apartment on the gallery under my username Serefina with 3 A's, or in the hashtag SerefinaYT. But all that information you can always find back down in the description as well. Besides that, always remember to have move objects on before placing any of my builds, just to be sure nothing gets removed. I do hope you still liked this build and enjoyed this video, and if you did, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more of my creations, you can always subscribe to my channel or follow me on Twitter or Instagram. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I do hope I see you next time. Bye bye!
Used to think the world of you, but somewhere down the line we changed and we grew and we fell out of touch as time goes by. Still I'm holding on to you. I know that it's time for me to let you go. I know that it's time for us to part, though it breaks my heart. Baby, it's time for me to face the truth and say it out loud. I don't know you anymore. To be inseparable, I used to stand by you. Now I'm only holding on to a bittersweet memory of you. Oh, I wish it wasn't true. I know that it's time for me to let you go. I know that it's time for us to part, though it breaks my heart. It's time for me to face the truth and say it out loud. I don't know you anymore. I don't know you anymore.
I found my heart again. You were standing there, you bravely let me in. I could wait a million years or more until you came knocking at my door. It's hard to be this real. We can play our favorite song, dancing to